In a world where love and identity often collide with societal expectations, there are stories that reveal the deeply personal journeys of self-discovery. Today, we're diving into the lives of 17 famous gay men who once married women before embracing their true selves. Their stories are filled with heartache, courage, and triumph, showing us the complexities of love, identity, and the power of authenticity. Join us as we explore the emotional revelations, public divorces, and personal journeys of coming out that will leave you inspired and moved. Do you have anyone around you who is LGBT? If yes, leave a number 1, and if not, comment 0. Be sure to leave your answer in the comments and share your thoughts. Don't forget to hit like, share this video if you find this story interesting, and subscribe to the channel to explore more untold stories from the world of showbiz. Born on January 27, 1965 in Aberfeldy, Scotland, Alan is a respected actor and author, known for his roles ranging from stage performances to big-screen appearances. In the mid-1990s, as his career in the UK was flourishing, Alan married actress Hilary Lyon in 1995. However, the marriage ended just over a year later in 1996. At the time, he had not yet publicly come out about his sexual orientation. After the divorce, he had a 2-year relationship with actress Saffron Burrows. It wasn't until his career exploded with standout roles in GoldenEye, 1995, X2, X-Men United, 2003, and especially his groundbreaking performance in the Broadway production of Cabaret that he began to open up about his bisexual identity. In 2005, Alan started dating American illustrator Grant Shaffer. They had a civil union in London in 2007 and held a wedding celebration in New York in 2012 when same-sex marriage was legalized. Alan's story reflects the struggles many bisexual people face in reconciling their identity with personal relationships and societal pressure, especially in an entertainment industry that often favors heterosexual norms. His courage to live authentically and speak up for the LGBTQ+ community has made him admired not only for his talent, but also for the person he is. Born on April 4, 1932 in New York, Anthony is a renowned actor famous for his iconic role as Norman Bates in Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, 1960. Despite rumors about his sexual orientation throughout his career, Anthony never publicly addressed it during his lifetime. In 1973, he married photographer and actress Barry Berenson. They had 2 sons, including actor Oz Perkins, and remained together until his death in 1992. After his death, revelations from Charles Weinkauf's 1996 book Split Image disclosed that he had same-sex relationships with dancer Rudolf Nureyev and actor Tab Hunter. Tab's own memoir confirmed these relationships. It is believed that Anthony underwent conversion therapy in the 1950s to suppress his sexual orientation, a practice now widely condemned. He passed away on September 12, 1992, at the age of 60 due to complications related to AIDS. The tragedy deepened when his widow, Barry Berenson, was killed in the September 11th attacks while aboard American Airlines Flight 11. Anthony's story starkly illustrates the price of living in secrecy during a time when Hollywood was unwilling to accept such truths. Born on June 17, 1943, in Brooklyn, New York, Barry Manilow became a global icon in the 1970s with hits like Mandy, Copacabana, and Can't Smile Without You. In 1964, at the age of 21, Barry married his high school sweetheart, Susan. His first marriage to Susan Dixler lasted only about a year before it ended in 1966. Later, he referred to Susan as the perfect wife, but admitted that he wasn't ready for marriage at the time. For decades, rumors surrounded his personal life, but Barry remained silent. The music industry in the 1970s and 1980s wasn't accepting of openly gay artists, and he feared losing his audience, especially his large female fan base. It wasn't until 2017, at the age of 73, that Barry publicly came out about his sexuality in an interview with People magazine. He revealed that he had been in a relationship with television executive Gary Keefe since 1978. After nearly 40 years together, they secretly married in 2014 at their private estate in Palm Springs. Though it came late, his decision to live authentically received overwhelming support from the public. Fans were not only happy for him, but also moved by the fact that he had finally found inner freedom after so many years. Barry and Gary's enduring relationship is considered one of the most beautiful love stories in entertainment. Brian Lord, born on November 5, 1960, is a highly influential talent agent and co-chairman of Creative Artists Agency, CAA, one of Hollywood's leading talent agencies. In the early 1990s, he had a deep relationship with actress and writer Carrie Fisher, best known for her role as Princess Leia in the Star Wars series. Although they never married officially, they lived together as partners and had a daughter, actress Billie Lourd, born in 1992. In 1994, their relationship ended when Brian confessed to Carrie that he was gay and had fallen in love with another man. Carrie later openly shared that she was surprised by this revelation. Despite the breakup leaving a deep wound, the two maintained a close friendship and raised their daughter with love and mutual respect. Brian kept his sexual orientation private for many years. Later, he opened up about his long-term relationship with Bruce Bozzi, a media executive and restaurateur. The couple married in 2016, and Bruce legally adopted Ava, Billie's half-sister from her father's side. Their family has become a modern example of harmony, understanding, and acceptance. Elgin Charles Williams, born on August 28, 1960, is a renowned hairstylist, often referred to as the Hair Emperor of Hollywood. His clientele ranges from celebrities to politicians and public figures. In 1996, Elgin married Emmy-winning actress Jackie Harry. The couple adopted a son and lived together for 7 years before divorcing in 2003. Throughout his marriage, Elgin maintained an image of luxury and success, frequently appearing on television shows and at fashion events. However, it wasn't until 2011, when he launched the reality show Beverly Hills Fabulous, that he publicly came out about his sexual identity. Elgin revealed that he is bisexual and has had relationships with both men and women. He proudly embraced his femininity and never felt the need to apologize for it. Elgin's story has inspired those living outside traditional gender norms and sexual orientations. Elton John, born on March 25, 1947, in Pinner, England, is one of the most famous artists in the world, with a string of chart-topping albums from the 1970s to the present. Although known for his flamboyant stage style and boundary-pushing artistry, Elton John spent much of the early part of his career hiding his sexual orientation under societal pressure. In 1984, at the height of his fame, he married German sound engineer Renate Blauel in a highly publicized wedding in Sydney, Australia. The marriage lasted 4 years and was seen as surprising, especially given the many rumors surrounding his sexual orientation. After his divorce in 1988, Elton openly came out as gay in an interview. This openness, although bold, received widespread support from the public and his colleagues. He began a long-term relationship with David Furnish, a Canadian filmmaker and producer. The couple legally married in 2014 when same-sex marriage was legalized in the UK. Together they raised 2 sons. Elton's early marriage to a woman reflected societal expectations, which placed immense pressure on him and many others in the LGBTQ+ community of his generation. His later openness became a symbol for LGBTQ+ rights, promoting acceptance and equality. Elton uses his platform to advocate for causes like HIV, AIDS, and mental health. Jason Mraz, born on June 23, 1977 in Mechanicsville, Virginia, is a renowned artist known for his musical style blending pop, acoustic, soul, and reggae. With hits like I'm Yours and Lucky, he captivated audiences and achieved mainstream success in the mid-2000s. However, Jason's journey in exploring his sexual orientation began in 2010. When he became engaged to singer Tristan Prettyman. The engagement ended before they could marry, even though Jason had previously been in several relationships with women. In 2018, Jason surprised many by posting a letter on Billboard in which he came out as bisexual. His confession, with the message "I'm with you," was warmly embraced by the LGBTQ+ community. Jason shared that he had been in relationships with both men and women, and his marriage to Christina Carano in 2015 was part of his journey of self-awareness. Jonathan Plummer, born on March 15, 1973 in Jamaica, is not known for a career in entertainment, but for his high-profile marriage to renowned author Terry McMillan. They met in 1995 during a vacation in Jamaica when Plummer was just 20 and McMillan was in her 40s. Despite the age difference, they married in 1998, and their relationship inspired McMillan's novel How Stella Got Her Groove Back, which was later adapted into a film starring Angela Bassett. In 2004, Jonathan confessed to Terry that he was gay. This revelation shocked both McMillan and the public, especially since their love story had inspired the book and film. Their divorce was finalized in 2005, and the case became a media sensation, with McMillan accusing Jonathan of marrying her under false pretenses. Their story was not only shocking, but also had profound emotional and legal implications. Richard Wayne Penman, famously known as Little Richard, was born on December 5, 1932, in Mon, Georgia. He is considered one of the pioneers of rock and roll, with hits like Tutti Frutti and Long Tall Sally. His career transformed the music industry with his energetic performances and distinct style. However, his personal life hit a struggle with his sexual orientation. In 1959, he married Ernestine Campbell, but their relationship didn't last. Little Richard admitted to being gay, but had to keep it hidden due to societal pressure and the music industry's expectations. Over the years, Little Richard's views on sexuality fluctuated, sometimes openly accepting his homosexuality, while at other times condemning it for religious reasons. These contradictions reflected the difficulty of reconciling faith, fame, and identity. However, his openness in the 1980s and 1990s paved the way for honest conversations about sexuality within the music industry. He passed away on May 9, 2020, at the age of 87 from bone cancer. If you're a fan of the legendary Little Richard and his incredible impact on music history, don't forget to drop a comment below sharing your favorite Little Richard moment. Hit that like button if you feel the rhythm, and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more stories from the icons who shaped the world of music. Share this video with fellow fans. Mark Herron, born on July 8, 1928, in Baxter, Tennessee, was a well-known actor in film and theater. However, he is more widely recognized for his brief marriage to legendary artist Judy Garland. They married in 1965 in Las Vegas, but the marriage lasted only 5 months before ending in divorce. Although Mark's sexual orientation was not publicly known at the time, he later revealed that he had a long-term same-sex relationship, notably with actor Henry Brandon. Their relationship lasted both before and after his marriage to Judy Garland, suggesting that their marriage may have been influenced more by societal norms and career pressures than by emotional compatibility. After his marriage to Garland ended, Mark continued to work in the theater and film industry, but never achieved significant fame. Although Mark Herron never publicly acknowledged his sexual orientation, his life serves as a testament to the pressures many Hollywood men in the 20th century faced in adhering to heterosexual norms. Michael C. Hall, born on February 1, 1971 in Raleigh, North Carolina, is a renowned actor best known for his acclaimed role in 6 Feet Under and his lead role in Dexter. Hall had a series of relationships with women, including marriages to actresses Amy Spanger and Jennifer Carpenter. In 2016, he married book critic Morgan McGregor, a relationship that continues to this day. Although Hall's previous marriages were publicly perceived as heterosexual, he has openly addressed questions about his sexual orientation. Michael C. Hall has always been candid about his journey of self-awareness and the changes in his personal life, which has made him an icon for the LGBTQ+ community in the entertainment industry. With his impressive career and commitment to advocating for the rights of the community, Hall has shown that life can be lived authentically and passionately, regardless of sexual orientation. Al Reynolds, born on June 18, 1968, is a former investment banker and professor, best known for his high-profile marriage to television personality and lawyer Star Jones. The couple married in 2004 in an extravagant ceremony, and their relationship attracted significant media attention. However, at that time, Al Reynolds' sexual orientation remained a secret, and he consistently refused to answer questions regarding the matter. Their marriage lasted 4 years before ending in 2008. After the divorce, rumors about Reynolds being gay continued to spread, largely due to his fashion style and behavior. It wasn't until 2017, nearly 10 years after the divorce, that Al Reynolds publicly came out as bisexual in an exclusive interview with Radar Online. He shared that it took him a long time to understand and accept his identity, and coming out was a step toward living a more authentic life. Although his marriage to Star Jones was genuinely based on love, Reynolds admitted that his coming out didn't happen at a time when there was significant media interest, but it was an important milestone in his journey of self-awareness. Peter Allen, born on February 10, 1944 in Tenterfield, Australia, was a performing artist renowned for his stage presence and songwriting talent. In 1967, Allen married actress and singer Liza Minnelli, the daughter of Judy Garland. Their marriage garnered significant media attention, combining two famous families. However, the marriage lasted only 7 years before ending in 1974 after Minnelli discovered that Allen had an affair with a man, an event that led to their separation. After the divorce, Allen gradually became more open about his sexual orientation. Although he never made an official public statement, his sexual orientation became an open secret within the entertainment industry. By the late 1970s, Allen continued his successful solo career with major hits like I Go to Rio and co-wrote I Honestly Love You, one of Olivia Newton-John's most famous songs. His personal life underwent a major shift when he began a long-term relationship with model Gregory Connell. This relationship lasted until Connell's death from AIDS in 1984. Allen passed away on June 18, 1992, also from complications related to AIDS at the age of 48. His story was later adapted into the musical The Boy from Oz, celebrating his career and contributions to the music industry. Philip Schofield, born on April 1, 1962 in Salisbury, England, is one of the most famous television personalities in the UK, best known for co-presenting This Morning on ITV for over 2 decades. He was considered a stable figure both professionally and personally, often appearing on screen alongside stories about his family life with his wife, Stephanie Lowe, whom he married in 1993. The couple has 2 daughters and was widely regarded as the ideal family. In February 2020, after 27 years of marriage, Schofield publicly came out as gay in an emotional Instagram post and a candid interview on This Morning. He stated that, although he still deeply loved his wife and children, he could no longer live with the internal conflict of hiding his true self. Despite the surprise, the revelation received significant support from fans and the LGBTQ+ community. Schofield emphasized that his marriage to Stephanie was sincere and full of love, even though he had always struggled with his sexual orientation. Despite his coming out, they have maintained a close relationship and continue to support each other. As of 2025, they have not divorced, and their family remains intact. Schofield's story is a symbol of openness and living authentically. Richard Cromwell, born Loy Melvin Radabal on January 8, 1910, in Long Beach, California, was a well-known actor in Hollywood films during the 1930s and early 1940s, including The Lives of a Bengal Lancer, 1935. His brief marriage to actress Angela Lansbury in 1945 attracted significant media attention. However, their marriage lasted less than a year and ended in 1946. At the time, Cromwell, age 35, married Lansbury, who was only 19, and the significant age gap raised many suspicions. Later, Lansbury admitted that she did not know Cromwell was gay when they married. According to later interviews and biographies, Cromwell had hidden his sexual orientation throughout his life, and it was only after their divorce that his true sexuality was revealed. Cromwell never publicly discussed his sexual orientation, and his career began to decline in the late 1940s. After retiring from acting, he made very few public appearances, completely withdrawing from the spotlight. Cromwell passed away on October 11, 1960, from liver cancer, and it wasn't until years after his death that the truth about his personal life was uncovered. Rock Hudson, born Roy Harold Scherer Jr. on November 17, 1925, in Wetska, Illinois, was one of Hollywood's biggest stars in the 1950s and 1960s. He became famous for his roles in romantic dramas like Magnificent Obsession and comedies alongside Doris Day. Hudson built his image as the ideal all-American man and heterosexual in the eyes of the public. Despite cultivating a perfect image, Rock Hudson hid a major secret. In 1955, at the height of his career, he married Phyllis Gates, the secretary of his agent, Henry Wilson. The marriage lasted 3 years, and later came to be seen as a facade, as Hudson concealed his true sexual orientation. After coming out, Hudson became one of the first celebrities to advocate for the rights of the LGBTQ+ community. He passed away on October 2, 1985, from AIDS, becoming one of the first public figures to die from the disease. His death sparked crucial conversations about HIV/AIDS and the challenges faced by the LGBTQ+ community in the entertainment industry. Tony Richardson, born on June 5, 1928, in Shipley, West Yorkshire, England, was a renowned director known for his significant contributions to the British New Wave film movement in the 1960s. He won the Academy Award for Best Director in 1963 for the film Tom Jones. In 1962, he married actress Vanessa Redgrave, and the couple had 2 daughters, Natasha and Jolie Richardson. However, their marriage ended in 1967. Although Richardson continued to date women after his divorce, close friends and colleagues were aware of his sexual orientation. However, he never publicly acknowledged his same-sex relationships throughout his career. Like many artists of his generation, he navigated his private life while maintaining a heterosexual public image. It wasn't until 1991, shortly before his death, that Richardson's sexual orientation became more widely known when he was diagnosed with HIV/AIDS. Tony Richardson passed away on November 14, 1991, at the age of 63 due to complications related to the disease. The lives of these 17 men remind us that fame cannot erase the fear of living authentically. Each one faced different societal, cultural, or personal pressures, delaying their truth. Which story touched you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you believe in the power of honesty, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to The Famous People for more untold stories from behind the spotlight.